Devon,
Yeah.
we're here in Echo Park. You're living in a tent. Tell me about it.
I'm living in a tent, because Mayor Garcetti, promised me a room. I'm Devon Brown, the famous guy from the Ritz-Carlton Hotel that Mayor Garcetti promised a room. Individual, but he didn't know this individual didn't think individual. I think it's one people. I think it's 65,000 people. To give one person a room is not solving the problem. Even a guy on the street knows that you call a drug dealer, that you frame for battery and put in jail for just speaking the simple truth that you guys fail to realize that homeless people are humans too.
Yeah.
Not to you guys though. You rather the money. That's why you're individual. I don't think like you.
So for the people that aren't updated.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Because some people won't know what's going on.
Yeah.
What you did was really cool. It was with Street Watch LA.
Yeah.
You played to be, a celebrity, influencer, and
prophesized it. It wasn't. I am it. I may be here, but I am that. You know what I mean? So Nikola Tesla, I deal with the same 369 law. I saw it already. That's why I said they're gonna arrest me. I knew Mayor Garcetti would answer. I knew he would look like a fool on the podium saying safer at home, but nothing about the homeless. So it was just like, oh, this is a walk in the park.
Yeah. So let me set up what you did, and you tell what you did.
Okay.
So here we are in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
COVID is happening. They're not taking care of homeless people.
Yeah.
There's hotels that are empty.
Yeah.
And you went and did.
I went in and said, I'm a famous musician and I'm in town for a COVID benefit concert. Jed did that, and I had a bodyguard, I had a girlfriend with me, I had a stylist, and we had a group, and we had a woman guarding the door, an Asian woman, guarding the police. And as I get in the room, I have my shades on, and I just said, actually, I'm not homeless. I'm not homeless. Wow. Actually, I'm not famous.
Yeah.
I'm homeless, and I live in Echo Park.
Yeah.
And I'm not leaving this hotel until Mayor Garcetti commandeers every room in this hotel for homeless people during a state of emergency.
Yeah.
But the poor people in Madagascar got the cure.
Yeah.
So are the poor people really poor? Or are the rich people trying to keep the poor poor? Because the poor people in Madagascar, one of the poorest countries in Africa, has the cure.
Yeah. So basically you went in with an entourage.
Yeah.
And played it good.
Oh,
they
yeah.
gave you a room.
Yes.
Because you said you just wanted to look at them. You were going to get a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And then when you got there, you said, no, I'm really homeless.
Yeah, I said I'm really homeless, and the disease is hovering 13 feet up in the air. 13 feet up in the air. It's hovering 13 feet up in the air, and it's right above our heads. So it's just like a mask on 24/7. How am I gonna get oxygen?
Yeah.
So you're making me susceptible to corona and all other diseases. I could be iron deficient.
Yeah.
Wearing that mask 24/7. So it's just like I'm on oxygen 24/7. If you want to talk numbers, then 38 million people lost their jobs during corona. And we know they have a patent for the created disease. They're very creative.
So they eventually came and arrested you. I'll put a link down below.
Yeah. They
for
arrested
people
me.
to read. I'll put the link down below so people can update on that.
Yeah, I'll send you the video of it. Yeah, and they came and arrested me like before. That's nothing new. They put my face in the mud right here and framed me for battery just for simply existing and telling them like, it's not a cleanup. This is homeless eviction.
Yeah.
That's what I said, and then they was like, we got to shut this guy up.
Yeah, the criminalization is crazy.
You got to shoot him
so
down.
So how'd you end up here? How'd you end up living in Echo Park?
Well, I was in Africa, and I was led by the Spirit. I was writing down on my book of life in the book of Revelations, spiritually speaking, from God Most High and Divine Love, Holy Spirit. And I was led to the reggae dub club right here. And then I seen these tents, and cops was harassing me in Santa Monica. And I was like, okay, this looks safe, be in a tent. Jesus lived in a tent, Moses, Elijah, those anointed ones, in Romans 8:11. So I said, I'm gonna go in the tent. And then first night, Officer Salario was harassing us, saying we gotta move out. And I was like, I didn't know they treat homeless people like this. How can you evict a homeless person off grass that God made? So I was just like,
you were in Africa.
Yeah, I was in Africa, bro.
And then you relocated here.
I came to LA. I lived in LA, but I went to Africa, because I was led there spiritually. And I was out there seeing how they treat people there. It's the same thing. It's 10 blocks of richness, and then the rest of the country is just poor.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's capitalism. It's everywhere.
Oh, so you lived here and then you went and visited?
Yeah,
there.
for 4 months. I lived there for 4 months. And
Got
then the same thing going there, it's the same thing. It's the
Okay.
same government controlling here, it's the same government controlling Africa. It was Germany when I went. Yeah. So it's the same government here. It's the Mayor Garcetti is no different than those people in Africa. People in Africa right now are taking back the farmland. You know, from the people who are trying to enslave all of us. The disease is not racist. White people are dying, Chinese people are dying, of course black and brown people are dying. That's simple, right?
So what caused you to be on the streets?
Man, I was living with my girlfriend, and you know, this place was in her name. We broke up, and moving in LA is like terrible. Man, I lived in LA for 8 years, from Jamaica, Queens, New York, and I moved so many times. There was one time that the people just raised the rent $200. So it's like living is very scarce in LA, and I was a student, not a drug addict. I was a student, which 35% of the homeless population, 40% of the homeless population are students, not drug addicts. And we did not create the drugs, CIA. Big Pharma.
So how you surviving out here?
Ah man, my faith. Somehow things just come. Like you, I never met you before. You know, somehow things just come for the story to keep going on. My word keeps me, my truth keeps me alive. You know, the truth of that living word keeps me alive. That's it.
Yeah, but this isn't the end game. What's next?
Next is to do this all over the world. You know, mayors all over the world. Mayors all over the world, corrupt politicians all over the world. Yeah. That's why I came back here to see. So I'm going to see that all over the world. Every protest I will do free music concerts for the good cause of the people, not individual.
So what is happening now? I mean, I know you must be part of Street Watch LA.
Nah, I just work side by side with them, but I'm my own, you know.
Doing your own thing. You just partnered on that campaign.
I just partnered with that. Like I'm just a stolen African who remembers who he was, and that the people that they want to silence. That's who I am. Yeah. I'm not part of any organization or anything, but I'm just a stolen African. And just because I remember that, they want to kill. Yeah. Like they tried on Resurrection on Easter right up there. Like they had a camera on somebody's head and ran over Joe and bust the back of his head open. Like they arrested my brother. They had the feds watching us over there. The marshals was watching us over there. We caught me and my boy Iman caught the FBI and park rangers trucks. You know, I seen homeless women with a police gun in front of my tent. You know, so just for righteousness, just for love, we gotta die for love.
Cause you're out here not hurting anybody.
No, man, I'm a peaceful guy. Man, you cool. Like I got no problem with you, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
We having fun doing this. Like. You know, we just like, how are these people in a position of power? How are these kind of people? We know it's not race. We know it's not race at this point, because look what we doing. We coming together on the same cause, putting this riskful information out there, but we don't care because we're love. We stand up for our rights, you know? So.
What would you want housed people to know about homelessness?
I want houseless people to know that I hope that you know this government wants you to pay back that rent, and that's 1,200 stimulus check, it ain't gonna be enough. So you need to think about how the economy gonna look before you think the system is gonna be the same way it was. Think again.
I'm scared. I'm scared. Right now I don't have an income. I don't know what the future is gonna. I've never played it safe.
We can't play it safe.
You know, but I'm more scared. I like, you know what, I had an office in that building in 2008, marketing manager, right? Yeah. And I ended up 08 losing everything. And that was the 08 crash, and this is so much worse.
And it's a setup. See, both of us saying the same thing.
And I gotta admit, you know, I believe for the best.
Yeah.
I believe in humanity and people, and somehow goodness is gonna come. But I'm feeling a whole lot of evil on the way.
Yeah, it's a lot of evil, man. But we live in a time of revelations. You know, every time we had an action in this park, there was a white owl that would come the night before, and the white owl symbolized this message from heaven of, you know, the law of contrast of becoming the light in darkness. So when I see spirit guys and ladybugs and stuff like that, because I'm outside, all I could do is study nature, the laws of nature. That's all I could do, right? I could just, I sit here like Gandhi all day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I could just see things. I'm like, hold up, that education didn't make any sense. None of what they said made any sense. So I got my real education being homeless. Yeah. So now, this is the most brilliant thing ever. Of course, you don't expect a homeless guy, I said a brilliant guy, a homeless guy to fucking go at the mayor. Yeah. That's David slew Goliath, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and good for you guys doing that, you know?
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. God works in mysterious ways,
and
man.
More, so one of the reasons homeless people don't often speak up is fear, and they're also more, I mean, survival. Where I'm going to sleep, where I'm going to eat is the top priorities.
Yes.
And otherwise, more homeless people would be politically active, and that's your personal choice. Yeah. And you made it. I wish more people could, but I understand. Yeah. So, you know,
you got to be crazy, man, because ain't no locks on those tents.
Right.
So you got to be kind of crazy, kind of cuckoo, right?
Right, because the man could come down and
you better keep your sense of humor, because these
well,
motherfuckers will try to kill you. They will try.
You said they pulled the showers.
Exactly. That was
retaliation.
That was direct retaliation, because Mayor Garcetti saw my story on Instagram the day before. Yeah. He's on my story today. I put another post out yesterday about the showers. Maybe you could put that link too, so they can see that.
Yeah. So you're blogging and
it's
stuff.
The way, it's the same shit. Like how we talking? It's like fuck the government. Like I feel your spirit, you know. It's just like they fucking all of us and try to separate us with color, and and talk about money. It's not about money, man. They print the money. Yeah. They said the country was in debt. Next thing you know, they got $1 trillion for stimulus checks. Who are they fucking? Who are you fucking kidding me? You talking to me? You talking to me?
So
you talking to me, Mayor Garcetti?
Yeah, I'll put all your links below. If you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
Peace, love, and happiness. Yeah.
Easy right there. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for talking to me.
Peace.